Do you remember the first time we met?
Jeez, MacG. Mfana, actually, to be honest, I think if there's one person who, like, most of our moments I will never forget. Because, you know, I don't know, you are tied to a very important part of my life.
Oh, wow.
You understand? So the first time I met you, I remember like it was actually yesterday.
Yeah.
It was at Red Pepper. I don't remember the year. However, I was there with my group back then. I don't even remember the group. Muso. Remember Muso?
Muso,
Yeah, we came 3 boys. We sang, and then you were hosting Crazy. Yeah, with a very beautiful woman at the time.
Yes.
Remember who she is?
Pearl Mudiadi.
Yes, Pearl Mudiadi. You must say it right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can ever forget, because that day is probably one of those days that kind of like started a certain journey in my life. And
was it the first time you met her that day?
I met who?
Pearl Mudiadi.
Oh yeah, it was just like it was the first time I met you.
Oh,
it was the first time I met her. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Because my recollection, the first time we met that I remember vividly.
Yeah.
Cleo was shooting a video.
Yes.
And then we met up, but you hadn't blown up yet. I think Denial hadn't come out yet.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I wasn't even making house music then.
Yeah, exactly. You're making jazz or something like that. Yeah. And then we had a chat.
But that wasn't the first time we met.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what
you remember.
That's my first time.
Yeah.
And then we were sitting there chatting, and then the whole time you're just talking about Pearl, man.
How you lied to me? What does this guy say?
I love this girl, man.
Yeah, this interview is gonna go left. What does this guy say?
You're
okay.
like, I want to get her back, like in front of kids saying, boy.
You, MacGyver.
What happened with you guys, man?
What do you mean? What happened?
Okay, so you guys met, you were friends, you dated, on and off.
I mean, did I ever say that we dated?
And then what happened with you and Cleo? Because at that time when we met,
hey,
a lot of shit happened when we met.
Right. Yes.
You were with Cleo, and like you said, you were busy doing jazz. This is before you jumped onto house.
Yeah. To be honest, you know, it was a very confusing time in my life, because when I signed with Cleo, I immediately thought that I was going to be a star. And I thought it was going to happen immediately. Like, I thought it was in a matter of a year and a half at most.
Naturally, because DJ Cleo was the biggest star at the time.
Forget that. Every artist that he was signing on his label was becoming a big artist after that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, hey, guess what?
I'm
signed to Wheel of Steel Productions. It's my time. It's going to happen. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that way because, and I think maybe it was because he was also trying a new thing in his label where he's having a soul artist, you know, because almost every artist that he had was a kwaito artist or someone that made more youth music, right? And I came in and I was a real singer who made, recorded with a live band, and I think that was more of something he was also kind of trying to venture into.
Yeah. It was an untapped market.
It was an untapped market for him and for the label.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out, bro. And don't get it twisted. I had days when I really felt like, I wasn't getting the attention that I deserved from the label, and and we would have those conversations. Sometimes we would argue.
Who was at the label at the time?
It was me, Cleo, DJ Wat, actually. Who else was on there? No, I think it was just the 3 of us at the time.
Okay,
yeah, most of the artists had left. Like, it was right after Bricks left.
Yeah, Bricks.
Yeah, so right after Bricks left. And there were times when I felt like maybe I wasn't getting enough attention, but also it's because I didn't understand how the music industry worked, So what happened was, after I think a year and a half of the album being released, and I didn't get a music video also for my single. I guess also even with him, he was trying to figure out whether or not this was working. He wasn't sure. And I can understand. Now I understand. At the time, I was mad. I was angry. And I was like, bro, like, I don't even have a music video. Why are you not shooting a video for me? But now that the roles have
reversed.
Now I became him because I started my own label and I started kind of now understanding how the industry worked. I actually understand what he was going through because the truth of the matter is that my album was not moving, bro. You know, the songs were not playing on the radio. To be blunt, my album was not moving. I don't remember how many copies I sold of that album. This guy's laughing at me. But it was hard, man. I called him once. Here's what actually happened. Very interesting thing with how I left the label was that I thought about how he interacted with everyone that left. It almost kind of felt like with every single artist there was animosity, and you know they were fighting with him, and you know
bad blood.
There was bad blood. You know, it just never. It was never a situation where he would leave and it would be, you know, amicable.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, no, I don't want to go down like that, because I think by that time I was woke enough to also realize that at the end of the day, I don't think closing this door would be a great idea. Just because,
industry.
Yeah, just because I feel like he didn't do me right, or I feel like he didn't push me enough. And I need to do right. And also I had a lot of respect for him, bro. You know, I had a lot of respect for Cleo. I think Cleo is one of the most disciplined, most talented human beings I ever met. And he taught me a lot about the music industry without even realizing he was teaching me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try have a proper conversation with this guy, sit him down.
So it was kind of like your Harvard.
What's that?
Harvard, like you being with Cleo. It was like you going to school.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I called him up. We sat on the table and I said, bro, I'm very frustrated. I can't pay my rent. I can't do anything, man. I'm in Braamfontein and I'm frustrated. You know, I'm just one of those kids in Braamfontein, hungry. And things are not working out. This was before Great Dane. You know Great Dane, what it is right now? It was way before that. And I was like, bro, I feel like I can try this differently. I feel like I can try this on my own. So please let me go. Give me, you know, a clearance. I think I have a plan. You know. And bro, believe it or not, I was surprised because I thought he was gonna go crazy and say, nah, what are you talking about? You're not going anywhere. Nah, but he was like, Mbana, if you are 100% sure that you know what you can do better, or at least you've got an idea of what you can do on your own, I totally understand. But as for me, I did everything that I can.
Well, to his defense, it's not like you were selling. You know?
No, I wasn't. So I wasn't, and he did his best. And he introduced me to everyone I know.
Oh, okay.
That was another thing too. Yeah. So I thought, okay, you know what? I actually know quite a lot of people. I can take my phone right now and call some people to connect me to this person, to their radio station, because of him. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this on my own. You know, I was like, Ampana, it's all good. Don't worry, call the office. They'll do a letter for you. Like, it was really that smooth.
When did you formulate that plan to say, okay, cool, I'm with Willis Steele, broke, it's not happening, I gotta make a move? Like, do you remember that day?
And then one day, a friend of mine by the name of Lagosh, I know some people in the industry, in the streets know Lagosh. Yeah. Lagosh was also recording, and then he took me to this one studio that was owned by a guy by the name of Chris J. So Chris J is a producer from Ghana who's been living in South Africa for a very long time. Yeah. So I went to the studio session just as a guy to shale around, Lagosh, and then I'm listening to this guy, play some beats, and then he's also recording some new stuff, and I was like, God damn, who's this guy? This guy's talented. Like, this guy is so talented. And I thought something just said, hey man, here's a studio. This guy owns the studio. If you have a chat with him, you guys might be able to do something, on a different day. That's exactly what happened. I took his number, called him on a different day, went to the studio, we started making some music.
Is he the one who produced?
He's the one that produced the whole album, The Train of Love.
Denial.
Yes.
Wow.
He produced Denial. He produced I Deserve.
Wow.
He produced Over the Moon.
Over the Moon.
All the big Donald hits. Yeah. Chris J produced. Actually, I Deserve was started by another guy by the name of Douglas. So it was just a beat, and then he came in and put it together, made it a song.
Who was the song about?
Okay. Interesting story. No names mentioned for obvious reasons, right? Yeah. There's a so after I had this bad breakup from this one amazing woman that I was dating. And then I think after a year, I met a new girl. And I fell hard for that girl. I was with that girl for like a year and a half, 2 years. I even introduced that girl to my parents. I took her home, bro.
Damn, dog.
I took her home. I was driving this little Corsa of mine that my mother helped to buy. Because at the time, I didn't have enough money to buy my own car,
Yeah.
So I remember taking her home, and I thought to myself, I think for the first time, I can safely say I have moved on from my ex-girlfriend. Because I was struggling to get over my ex-girlfriend.
It's always tough, bro.
Like,
it's always
I
tough.
was so in love with that woman, and I thought there's no way that I'll be able to move on without her, right? But I meet this girl, and she brings this excitement in my life, and I was like, here I am. I mean, see, I've always had this issue of going in too hard in relationships, like kikena with everything. So, fall in love with this girl. Everything's great. She lives in the Val. So I used to travel Joburg to the Val every week, my brother.
Yeah.
At that time, I'm doing backing vocalists. I'm a backing vocalist at the time, so I'm doing backings for Zonke, for Kelly Kumalo sometimes, for Kwela Tebza. So I was making a little bit of money.
Hey, she must have had some fire coochie, eh? To drive to the Val, my nigga.
But all I know is that I don't know what it was. But I used to drive.
Yeah.
I used to drive from Joburg to the Val every single week to go fetch that girl, man. And, whatever she needed, I would take my last money, Fana, kiri baby twaranyana, something, pay the bills if you need to, But I have to be honest, man, it wasn't easy. Because in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I found this girl, and I think this is the girl that I want to be with, so I can introduce it to my parents. I do that, but some of my family members did not click with her as well.
Oh, how can you not like Pearl, bro? Everybody likes Pearl.
No, man. It wasn't Pearl. This guy. It was... Oh, my gosh. Her name was definitely Pearl.
Oh,
was definitely not Pearl. Yeah?
You were getting over Pearl with her.
So what happened was this guy. Hey, but this guy's an idiot. So I take her home. Everything's cool, and I'm thinking, okay, Shaba, I'm in love. All is great. It's 2011. My career looks like, there's some movement. I found some guy that has money, and he's like, yo, man, I'm gonna put money in your career. Everything's gonna work out sharp. And then one night, I remember it was a night when there was South Africa. There was what's this show, man? Big Brother South Africa.
Big Brother.
Who's that dude that used to have a pomade? And then he won. No, he didn't win that year.
Sopenduka.
No. This guy that's playing on the Queen right now.
Oh, I don't watch the Queen, bro.
He's like Kaladesh. He's got like...
Okay, but let's say we know him.
Yeah. So this dude had just come out of a Big Brother. And we knew each other. So he introduced him and he called me up. He's like, man, I'm having a party at Kong. I don't know if it was still called Kong or whatever.
Or Harem or whatever.
Yeah. I went through Mvana. Everything's great. I'm alone. I have a little bit of fun, and then I decide, okay, like I always do, from 2 o'clock, 2:30, I go home. I'm one of those because I don't drink, so I don't stay in the club for too long. Yeah. So I decided to get into my car. Now I'm driving home, Fana. Everything's great. I'm upbeat about my life, and then from nowhere, car accident.
Dang.
Bro, like all alone.
Yeah.
No other car involved. I just lost control of the car. I don't know why. I'm sober.
And you weren't pulling a Kanya. Because you're sober, you don't drink.
What are you talking about? What happened?
Never mind. Continue.
So, Mvana, there I am. I'm confused. I'm like, damn. I just had a car accident. This is my first car accident. I just had a car accident. What is going on? Am I dead? Like, these are the things that are going in my head, right, bruh? Like, I just hit a wall, like a wall of some house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I got out of the car, started running.
Shit.
Have you ever had a car accident?
Yeah, plenty.
Do you know? Plenty. Plenty.
Yeah,
right, you should be very happy that you're still alive.
Yeah, I've seen life. You started running.
I started running. Because you know what, a car accident, obviously it depends what type of accident you have, but you kind of like go crazy for a second. Like you lose,
You don't know where you are.
You don't know what's going
happening.
on. I started running, Bana, and then I stopped, and then I look back. I'm like, hold on, that's my car.
Yeah.
I just had a car, and then everything starts coming back.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I just had a car accident.
Yeah.
Like now I don't know what to do. I'm trying to stop people on the road.
Damn, dog.
To take me to the hospital. Like something must just happen, you know. And then actually a lady stopped. A lady stopped and helped me. Took me to the nearest hospital. And while I was there, I was busy. Luckily, my phone is still working, so I'm busy trying to call my girlfriend, and she's not picking up. Send her a message, she's not picking up. Early in the morning, she sends back a message. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "No, I've been trying to get hold of you. I'm at the hospital because I slept at the hospital because I had a car accident." She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." And then that's it. That's all she said.
Wow.
And I'm like, "So what? When are you coming?" She just never said anything after that. She didn't respond. I called again. She didn't respond. I even got discharged from the hospital.
That's crazy, dog.
Went back home. She called me after 2 days. So after 2 days, after I left, she called me and she's like, "I'm so sorry. Can I please explain what happened? Blah, 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 blah. Too many stories." And I was like, "Nah, I'm not trying to hear it."
Damn, dog.
I was done, dog. I was done. I was totally done.
Sounds like you were the side nigga.
Bro, I can't tell you what the situation was. All I thought was we were in love, you know, because I was that type of a guy, you know. I'm the crazy in love type of guy, you know. So
Do you
I
think-
thought that I was getting there from her.
Do you think you're unlucky with love?
I think that there could be that also. I can't tell you what it is because I always try to give the best that I can in a relationship.
You wear your heart on your sleeve.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know. However, I am stubborn too at the same time. So I also just can't take nonsense from anybody. So I broke up with her. That day I actually never wanted to see her after that. And that's where the song came from.
But I was about to say big shout out to her. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had this
I wrote
song.
the song a week after that. So as soon as I started feeling, because I slept the whole week at home, still trying to kind of, you know, process what happened to me and just trying to get better, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was nothing was broken. It was just I think I was more traumatized. I got better, and then I went into the studio. I wrote that song. We wrote that song in one hour.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 hour. That song was done.
And does she know it's about her?
Yeah, she does.
Have you met her since?
I saw my ex for the first time after many, many years, probably a month and a half ago, in the VAR. She's still in the VAR.
Hey, she's still in the
She's still in the VAR.
Where
bro.
she belongs.
Don't be so cold, man. You're cold.
Donald, man, I gotta let you go, man.
Yeah.
We're out of time. But tell me, why did you came on the podcast? What are we pushing?
Well, we're pushing the album. This is my 5th album. It's called Her Name Is
Pearl.